used to it. Okay.
I know.
Hi, everybody. StreamYard's a little different, so it took me a second to get it ready. For those on the replay, hello. Give it a second for everyone else. This is our May pick for Historical Hellions, the proposition by Judith Ivory. Have you guys read a Judith Ivory book before?
This is the first.
Okay, yeah, this was the first too. People like love her. I was looking at like the Goodreads reviews and people stan her.
I know.
And I was like, how interesting.
So many people were like, she's iconic. I was like, oh no.
And I honestly felt like this was another Judith McNaught moment because in like the Goodreads reviews, people were like, well, you have to read this one and you have to read this one. And I was like, no, I'm not falling for it. Hi, Monica. Hi, Violet. Fun. Okay, cool. We're definitely live then. Awesome. I was worried because StreamYard looks like way different on my end. Hi, Lexi.
Hello.
All right. Do you guys want to? Oh, hi, Justin. Not falling for again. Not falling for again. Although we will be reading another Judith McNaught very soon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Judith Ivory. I was like, wait a second.
Wait a second. I forgot it was Judith McNaught though too next. So
all the Judith.
I heard a lot. Yeah, this was in the Goodreads reviews. Like everybody was talking about this one. I was like, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I do own a couple by her.
I looked at the review, that one, and I think it had like consent issues though, but I could be wrong.
Oh, the Beast.
I mean, this one.
Yeah, this one basically did for sure.
So I don't know how I feel about the rest of her books, but
yeah.
And someone, because I was looking at all the 5-star Goodreads reviews, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I need to understand, like, what was it that these people liked? And someone said like this was like the tamest version of her books, and I was like, that does not sound like I would pick up any other book by her.
Absolutely not.
I was close. I was close to DNFing it this morning, but I powered through. I think it was like at 3 times speed at one point. Oh, we did 5 stars. You know what? That actually makes me happy because I want you guys to enjoy the books that we pick. That makes me happy, actually.
I have like mutual friends on Goodreads too who have given it 5 stars, and I was like, did we read a different book? But I'm glad they loved it.
Let's go ahead and say star ratings because we just like jumped into it already. You go, Christy.
I gave it 5 or 2 stars. Sorry, I was reading the 5-star one. I was reading the 5-star 2 stars. Sorry. I can't read and talk at the same time, apparently. 2 stars. 2 stars. Okay.
Holy heck, that's so funny. Jessica.
I had an hour left and I literally was like, I cannot finish this book. Like, I just don't even care anymore. So I would say like a 1, honestly.
Didn't that happen with last one too?
Last one I couldn't get through, but that was also because I had to physically read it. This one I was like, it's audio, like I can power through. I was like, and I had time. Like it was like 4:00 that I still only had like an hour left, but I was like, and this was an hour of like the audiobook. So that's 20 minutes for me. And I was like, I can't. I like literally do not care about this book anymore. I literally texted both of you for people in the comments like halfway through this book. I was like, this hero is giving me the biggest ick. Like,
yeah.
Ever. Like, I cannot read. I cannot. And then the narrator was like making the sex noises too. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I was like, no, no. Oh my God. It was so bad. It was so bad. I don't remember audiobooks typically doing that. And I was like, what are you doing, sir? Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I thought this book was older than it was. Like I had to look at the publication date and I was like 99. Like I would have guessed it was in the 80s.
It was bad.
Yeah, like Kathleen Woodward's time. So I also listened to the audiobook. Well, I alternated physical and audiobook because I read a little bit on the plane or tried to. where was I going with this? And I got that it was like My Fair Lady or retelling or whatever have you. I didn't like either the heroine or the hero, so there was like no saving grace, and I gave it 2 stars. I feel like 1 star is really harsh. I feel like, I mean, I didn't DNF it, so yeah, 2 stars. I'm gonna stick with 2 stars. They were trying to like graphic.
I was like, when this does happen, like I don't need to hear you moaning. Like,
yeah.
No, normally audiobooks do not give me the ick like whatsoever.
No.
I prefer them, but like this one was weird.
No, I got the ick before that though, because it took a long time for them to even like have sex in the book. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
No, the ick was him and her legs. I was just like, you're just gross.
Thank you. I was like, why? What is this obsession with her legs? Like mentioned once, okay, but the fact that it's literally in the synopsis, like she has a great pair of legs. I'm like, please.
He knows what he likes, I guess.
It was so gross.
And like everything just felt awkward. Like even when she would like introduce characters, she would say something and be like, this is the correct title for like a Marquess or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we know this. Like what? Why? It was just awkward writing. Awkward. Better than a foot fetish. I don't think I've ever read a book with a foot fetish. That is
it was just funny. It made me uncomfortable, yes, because like she was uncomfortable and he like kept on pushing and she was so clearly uncomfortable. I'm like, this is not attractive.
Yeah, that's the part that I didn't like either.
Yeah.
Somebody said, oh, this is the comment I was looking for. Okay, so yeah, I was a My Fair Lady retelling, and then he was a rat catcher. I was like, first of all, rats. No ma'am. And then, like, also, it bothered me that he sold the rats to buy her something. I was like, it's really like a pet at this point, or like your job.
And his dog.
His dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. But I was like, no, that bothered me so bad. And I was like, for a freaking dress? Are you joking me right now? I hated that.
He was ready to give up his entire life. What?
No. This was a My Fair Lady retelling, but it also reminds me of a Christy Caldwell book. Hold on, I need to pull up the name. I think she might have been inspired by this book because it's literally the same plot. It's called In Bed with the Earl. Looks like that. So he literally works in like an underground sewer. The heroine is like a librarian, teaches him how to become like a part of the ton, and he turns out to be like a nobleman that he didn't even realize. He was like the lost son of an earl. Like that's the entire plot of this book as well. So very similar, but this one is good. I gave it 3 stars. Never mind. It wasn't that great.
Oh no.
I remember it being good.
Well, I feel like it kind of started off fun enough for me, like the very beginning, and I was confused because I knew that Lexi and Monica had both like DNF'd it or hated it. So I was like, what did they not like here? Like, this seems fun. And then we got to the part where he's just like the non-consent like situation. And I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, just but she wasn't into it. Like, at least like, I don't know. There's like the overwhelming like passion and like, it just read very different from other dub cons that we've read where I'm like, I can't see how anybody would like when he's like, I'll shave if you show me your legs. I was like, ew. Ew. And then she shows him and he's like, take off the stockings. That doesn't count. I'm like, sir. He's like, give me 10 minutes. I was like, this is so gross. Like nothing about this is attractive.
What creep. He's a creep.
Yeah. It read creepy to me. I don't know. Maybe it was because of the narrator of the audiobook, but
yeah,
well, and when then when she like things to her and she's in pain and like not liking it, he's trying to convince her she liked it and had a good time. I was like, no.
That's what I was saying. I'm like a dry ass finger. Okay, like no, I cannot. And then when she was enjoying it, it was supposed to be more actually like passionate and steamy. I just didn't believe it. I didn't feel the chemistry or anything. I don't love this argument of old school books having dodgy consent because there are plenty that don't. that we've read and we've loved. And even ones that kind of like have that a little bit, they usually deal with it in a little bit of like a better way, or you get the heroine's perspective and she does ultimately seem like she enjoys it. So I don't know.
I feel like Lexi is correct in like she was gaslit into believing she liked it.
The last one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We were gaslit into thinking that this book was good.
I know. Yeah.
I did not like him at all, like ever.
Which, I mean, I'm trying to think of it of like not even like an old school historical, but like if it was a modern day, like contemporary dark bully, like I feel like it reads almost more like that. You know what I mean? Like those type of scenes of how he is. But I feel like even bully romances like do it better, you know? Yeah.
It's hard to explain like the feeling it gave you.
I know.
And like what similar scenes where you're like, oh, like with some of the Rena Kent that I've been reading, like that reads so different from what this was. This was just icky. I don't know.
And like also like what redeeming qualities does he have throughout the rest of the book? He never gives off sexy, like brooding hero. He gives off like a weird rat catcher. He's
with a mustache.
Is what I
How gross.
Gross. Nora Roberts has dubious consent in her earlier books. I didn't know that. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Does she? I'm like, I don't
None
really
of the
think
ones
of any
I've
of her
read.
books,
I don't know.
like explicit sex scenes in general. But anyways, doesn't matter.
I did think it was cool that she was tall, because like she's like I'm taller than like all the men, and like she was. I mean, I didn't love how insecure she was because she's all like, "You like my body? Like, isn't it ugly?" But it was cool having a tall heroine.
Oh, don't get me started. I love that book so much. That book is rough though. Like that book is rough. I feel like this is a bad example because Untouchable is very dark for some people.
Didn't he get rid of the ferret though? Like I thought he got rid of all of his animals.
He did. Yeah, he sold like his pet.
Like
his dog, his ferrets. Yeah, even all of his like business supplies. He's like, this life is done. I'm ready to move on.
But like those were pets, like real pets. Like I don't know.
Which I think the heroine even says.
Like if someone sold their dog to get me a dress, I would be horrified. Like I would never want to wear that dress. Oh, his ferret died.
Oh, did it?
Okay, but he definitely sold the other animals.
Oh, because was it old? I thought he said like they normally live to be like a certain age, and it was like even older than that.
Yeah, she was insecure at times and very naive, typical like young historical heroine. Yeah. But I didn't like her either. So
Okay.
Can you imagine? Yeah, if he's like in the freaking sewer with the rats and shit, he probably does not smell great. And he had a mustache. And they didn't like clean. Can you imagine the stench that stash held?
I mean, he shaved it off, but
as he should.
He was just obsessed with his mustache, and she's like, I don't like it.
I have an unpopular opinion. I've never seen Titanic all the way through because I found it so boring.
What?
I could not.
Shook.
No, I'm being dead serious.
Boring? The Titanic?
Yes.
Like the most epic long romance of all time?
He dies. It's long. It's boring. I couldn't finish it. So then I like one time One time I fast forwarded towards the ending to be like, okay, what's like going on? Never let go, Jack, blah, 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 blah. And then she throws the freaking thing in the ocean and I was like, this was stupid. So yeah.
You missed the most important part of the movie, which is the middle of the movie.
Fluoridated like a little bit. I know what happens. Like people talk about it all the time. Like they almost drown or something. I don't know. Well, he does.
Oh
die.
no.
You didn't watch them fall in love?
Samantha.
Like paint me one of your French girls, the car
I've seen
Stevie
that
Window.
over and over like, on social media and stuff. No,
Mm.
no, guys. I think it's. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Justin. Yes.
It's a long movie for no reason, guys.
I mean, I've seen it like twice, but like it's iconic. So
I've seen it a lot.
It's my favorite movie if you've only seen it twice.
It's just like iconic, I feel like.
Okay. Whatever you say. Thank you. When that old lady tossed that in the ocean, I was like, girl, you could have sold that. But whatever.
Drops it.
Put it in a museum, perhaps. In the ocean, really?
I know. It was the heart of the ocean.
No, I haven't read any other Judith Ivory books.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people love Titanic. I've actually never met anyone who doesn't. So
oh yeah,
I'm
so long.
definitely
It was on 2 VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
We had that
the
before.
weird one. No
Yeah.
tears were shed. That is a really sad story.
And the heartless.
Anyways. Which is funny because I am like the exact opposite and cry with like every single movie I've
You
ever
do?
watched. Right? Like you guys know I cry for everything.
You
so
do?
I'm like, I don't know why Titanic for some reason it just didn't hit me in my feels.
Yeah.
No, I've never read another Judith Ivory book, and I really don't think I would, to be honest.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
I think is one have the rose like on the step back, like it like
Yeah, I think that's the Beast one, I think.
like cuts out.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Yeah, and she has a pen name too, Judy something.
What?
She has a
She
pen
has a
name as
pen
well. It's like Judy something.
For historical romance or for a different genre?
I think they're also historical
Judy
romances.
Is she Hispanic? Let me look Homegirl up.
Yeah, this one. It's like Bliss.
Guevas? Is that a G or a C?
Yeah, with a C. A C.
See, that's what I said. Is she Hispanic? Hold on.
And this one too, it's really pretty, but
Wait, did we talk about this last live show?
I don't think so.
Must have been talking about someone else with pretty old books.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It says at Judith Ivory as Judy.
Oh yeah.
Say that.
Oh no, she white.
Oh yeah, it says the other one. She lives in Miami, and Judith Ivory is her pen name, and Judy Cuevas is her real name.
Wait, but does she only have 3 under Judy Cuevas?
Yeah, it looks like it, at least on Goodreads. Huh.
I did not know this had a Fated Mates episode. I haven't listened to that podcast in a hot second, but now I want to go back and listen to it.
I feel like they probably loved it because I feel like a lot of people love this book, apparently.
It has a 3.9 rating. The Beast has a 3.5 rating, so I don't know if I want to read that one, but
there were a lot of 5 stars on Goodreads, like lengthy reviews, like saying how much they loved it.
Plot-wise, not a lot was going on.
Yeah, and like the ending, like the fact that he was like a secret duke and everything was like fairy tale resolved was it was annoying. Like I don't think the plot was.
I
like,
wish that part didn't happen.
Because like, what was the point
he
of making him like non-titled if he does end up being titled in the end?
Yeah, I was like, can't we just have him be learning all these things and changing without having that as the reason for it all?
I mean, this is true. The class difference felt real. Class difference is like
Mm.
one of my favorite tropes for sure. I don't have a high tolerance for unlikable heroines or heroes, really. I'm a character-driven person, so if I don't like someone in a book, it's like I'm already gonna
Game
rate
over.
it low.
Especially
Yeah.
the heroine.
Heroes too, not just heroines. Sometimes. It's because for men, I already have like that lower expectation in general, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
at least I
I
read
mean, a
more
lot
of
of
this
people
one.
love it.
I didn't get very
in
far in that one.
comparison, I think I like this one
Mm.
less than the Amanda Quick one that we read.
Oh,
Maybe.
the one from last time. Yeah, I thought she meant Amanda Quick in
Yeah.
general. Yeah, the one from last
No,
time.
the one we didn't like. Yeah, the one we didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That makes me happy. I like when you guys like our books. Because sometimes when I don't like something, I feel kind of bad that we picked it.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Someone needs to root for them. Interesting.
Yes, next month is Whitney, my love. Indeed. Indeed it is.
Do you know how long Whitney, My Love is?
No, I read it a
Super
long time
duper
ago and I
long.
read it.
538 pages.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have to physically read this, so I will be starting before the day of the live show.
Oh, you want the original work? I think I'm gonna do the opposite.
reading this one.
Well, I read that one physically the first time I read it. So now I
Mm.
think I'm gonna listen to the audiobook and see the
How
changes
different
so we
it
can
is?
talk about it. Yeah, so
Is
we'll
there
have
an audiobook
something to
for
talk
it?
about. I think so.
I know that
thought
there's
there
an ebook.
was.
I know that the newer ebooks on Kindle Unlimited.
Is it really?
We are aware of the content. That's why I want to read this one to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like we're not personally, the three of us are not personally triggered by it. It's just something we mention, like when we talk about the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
Well, and I feel like
sometimes we
there's
don't like
plenty of books we've read, like the three of us have read with that situation, and some authors I feel like handle it better, you know what I mean, than the one we read today.
it. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of times we like reading the more classic like staples, and unfortunately, Whitney, My Love is one of those.
YouTube.
Period. And listen to the audiobook on YouTube.
Is it updated or is it?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's just two versions: the original version, unedited, and then years later they took out some of the more dubious, or just one scene in the beginning. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't somebody say it's like one of the earlier chapters?
Yeah, it's like in the beginning of the book, from what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
What they took out.
Oh.
Is it like legally on YouTube?
That's what I was gonna say. People have that on there.
Is it public domain? I don't think it would be public domain.
Not from the 80s.
No.
Maybe because it is the original work and they edited it. I don't know.
Okay, only Whitney Houston comes up when I type in this title.
Probably not. Well, it's on Kindle Limited.
Oh, look, I type in Whitney, My Love, Judith McNaught, and you're reading Judith McNaught video is the first to pop up.
Just gonna see myself out like so much, guys.
From 4 years ago. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Yeah, I did do that. Sadly, I still get comments on that video of people trashing me because I hate Judith McNaught.
Oh, I see the YouTube one. I just typed in like Whitney, My Love audiobook on Google and it popped up as the YouTube.
Well, you could also do Kindle Limited text to speech too. So This one's a little bit more
Wow.
accessible than some of our previous picks.
Yeah, I know libraries have the ebook and like Kindle Unlimited, so. Mhm.
Yep.
Did
But that
someone
would be
in the comments of your video? Have you read these?
probably a long time ago. I tried to
3
look at
years
that
ago,
video.
someone said she is the most annoying person to listen to.
About Samantha? Oh no.
When I tell you, I get personal messages on Instagram sometimes, and people will be like, I can't believe you don't like Judith McNaught. And I'm like, I didn't know there was such a fan club. I'm sorry.
Oh Read
my gosh.
Paradise.
Yeah.
Read Paradise. Read this. Read this.
I
Tell me
told
read
you.
Paradise.
I've read.
But they love your makeup.
Your voice is annoying, but your face card doesn't decline.
Yeah, I bet your makeup's good. Oh no. That's
So
hilarious.
funny. I'm sorry.
I crack up too. She has a very severe fan club. I did not know that I was offending. And continue to offend because I still slander her books. Hi, I'm on Alexa.
This is so funny.
Oh
Interesting.
my gosh. Yeah.
I'm excited though. We'll see how it goes.
Mhm. I did read Kingdom of Dreams like in April, I think I read it. It was good.
Oh my god, that one's
I
so
didn't love
good.
it. I
You
gave
didn't
it
love
4
Kingdom of Dreams?
stars. No, I gave it 4 stars. Like, I feel like it was so repetitive, just constantly like back and
Oh,
forth
like
with
of
him.
her running away and him. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it wasn't like all-time favorite, but I mean, it was good. I see why people like it.
I loved Kingdom of Dreams, which was why it was so disappointing that I hated all her other books. Yeah, no, she does, guys. They're vicious.
Got a fan
vicious
club.
fan. Yeah. Even after years. I don't even think she's alive anymore, and people still attack me about her books.
Defend her. Yeah.
Oh no, Something Wonderful is terrible. Wait, hold on. Let me see which one that is. I think that's the one with amnesia, right? I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
I don't know.
Something Wonderful. That's the second one, I think, in that Kingdom of Dreams series.
Oh. That one I know has a really pretty step back. Well, I feel like she has really pretty step backs and covers.
I know. I love this cover.
Mm-hmm.
With that on the back.
Oh no, I was thinking of another book. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, Something Wonderful exists after Once and Always.
Yeah, I think I
Joanna
was thinking.
Lindsay blurbed her book.
What did she say?
Wow.
Some of the most enjoyable hours I have ever spent reading.
Oh, she blurbed the back too. A different one. I was reading the back one. Andrew Devereaux.
Andrew Devereaux. These are like all the
Iconic
icons in
ladies.
one.
Yeah.
Did they have the same publisher or something? Were they forced to write that? How
No,
books are worth?
this is pocketbooks. It wasn't Joanna
Samantha does
Ava-
not believe these are true.
My argument with Whitney, my love, is that there was not a lot of options during this time. Okay, and that's why people were deluded into thinking they liked it.
Samantha.
So Always and Forever, Kingdom of Dreams, Something Wonderful, and then there's a novella after that I forget. They're like all in the same series and they're all connected. So like Kingdom of Dreams is like the great ancestors of like all the other books, basically.
Interesting.
But you can read them out of order. Sort of.
Yeah.
But you should read Paradise according to like 20 of your comments.
Apparently. Paradise, I always forget her titles because I've read so many by her. Paradise isn't a historical.
Is that a contemporary one?
I think it's the contemporary one and they have an age gap. Listen, this was 4 years ago, guys. I don't even remember what I read yesterday. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Man, too bad the live show for Whitney My Love isn't on Samantha's channel next month.
I mean,
we could have her
there.
coming back out.
It'll be full circle. 4 years later, I am back and I'm still standing on business.
So listen,
With
if
my
you
annoying
love
ass
Judith
voice.
McNaught that strongly, maybe don't watch next month's live show.
Watch
No,
me and
because
Christy love it.
that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
True.
I was like, the gag is gonna be that Jessica and Christy give it 5 stars.
I'm hoping to like it, so we'll see.
hmm I don't even think I know the premise of it.
No, I
It's
don't
just
either.
blurbs
There's
about
no
it. I mean,
synopsis
her,
on it.
yeah, no synopsis. It's just the quotes.
I feel like all
Oh,
the
she
books-
returns to England to win the heart of Paul, her childhood love. Oh, but she's bargained away by her father to the handsome and arrogant Duke.
Ooh,
I was gonna say Paul doesn't sound like a hero's name.
no. Okay, I kind of like that setup.
The hero in this book had a weird name too. No, what was his name? It felt very non-historical. What was his name?
It's probably because he was a rat catcher.
Mick.
Oh, Mick?
Mick.
Mhm.
That just sounds like, I don't know, a mechanic down the road. Like, it doesn't sound like a Duke.
Because that's basically what he
He's
was
a
in
rat
that
catcher.
time period.
Nothing wrong
Wait,
with
so what's the
mechanics.
hero's name in this one? It just says the Duke.
I think it was. I just saw it. Hold on.
Oh, Mick, short for Michael? If my man's name was Michael, I'll tell you that.
I think it was because he was named after. They're talking about that ferret and him having the names, and like the old guy he's related to told him those were the names too.
Is his name Nikki?
What? No, come on. What's with these names? I can't even find. I just see like Duke of Clayton everywhere.
Well, some guy, she says, I want to slap you. And he's like, all he could think about was the feel of her mouth beneath his lips and the pressure of her breasts against his chest. He's like, slap me. Why would you? And I'm assuming that, and that's 50 pages in. So I'm assuming that's like the.
Clayton. No, his name is Clayton.
But who's Nikki?
That's his title. Or wait, no. Duke of Claymore is his title.
No, I think his name
Never
is
mind.
Clayton.
I don't know.
Clay for short.
So is the non-con not the hero?
No, maybe it's not. Maybe it is Paul.
Paul's her guy she comes back for, her childhood love.
No, his
Who's
name is
Nikki?
Clayton Westmoreland. Clayton Westmoreland.
Clayton Westmoreland, the Duke of Claymore.
Clayton,
That's his
the
name?
Duke of
What was
Claymore?
Clayton, the Duke of Claymore. Are you joking right
What's
now?
wrong with his family? Why would they do that to him?
Who's Nikki?
Well, she has a million books, so she ran out of
Names?
names.
Oh no.
This is why I'm saying, do people really love this book,
Mm.
or were there not options? It's just an iconic piece of literature.
Well, I feel like
Because
I've
it
heard
was
people
both.
like I know like modern day like romance readers who've just picked it up like within the last 4 or 5 years and love it.
I guess.
It does say his name is Clayton Robert Westmoreland, Duke of Claymore. So he really is Clayton of Claymore. Maybe she thought she'd be funny.
Well, and it's like Westmore and then Claymore as well. Like so many of the similar things.
We'll see how this book is.
Oh, yeah. Her contemporaries are huge. I've read 2 of her contemporaries, and they're ginormous.
I feel like people were long-winded back then, though, because like Kathleen Woodiwiss was super long.
So was it just maybe their editors, the publishers were just
Archer
like, go with it,
Small
we
was
don't care?
super long. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny. It is literature. Literature it is.
People
Good
do have
literature. I don't know.
now than they did back then, though. So People have way shorter attention spans now. So I feel like long
It's
books
true.
in like the
Block
80s.
them. Block them. Although I don't mind longer books normally.
I mean,
like if I like the story. Like
Society.
Yeah, if you're
Emily
enjoying
Rapp,
it.
like Pucking Around is like 700 pages, and that's a contemporary romance that I love.
That was really
Fantasy
good.
books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some, when you're reading them, you don't even notice the page count. If you're liking
Yeah, if
it.
it's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to read this one.
But that's that on that. We'll talk about that
Well, at
next
least
month.
there's a lot to talk
No.
about, unlike this book.
It's true.
Or last book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the last 2 books that we read, there was no plot. The plots were like non-existent. So like, what are we supposed to comment on? We love historical romances. I promise.
We've just not been picking good ones.
No, because we tried to pick like totally different. Well, Amanda Quick, but we've been trying to pick like different authors. I fear we've read some of the best already.
I know.
But
yeah. Oh, we got
there has to be more gems out there
later this year.
We have a what coming up?
Connie Mason. She usually
yeah. And if anything, if we don't like the book, it's still going to be interesting because she always does like interesting.
You're going to be Googling some obscure fact.
Yeah.
She'll teach us some stuff.
You learn stuff. I learned
what
stuff
was it from that one that it was like ketchup or something? What was it that you?
Oh, Dijon mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah. But it was a purchased small book. They were like at the tavern, some like turkey or something, and he puts Dijon mustard. Like they say Dijon mustard, and I'm like, clearly this is incorrect. Like that was not invented way back when, and it was. It really was.
I love it.
I don't know what I was reading on the plane that I think they used a word that I had never heard of. Like I didn't know the meaning of the word. It was, a big girl word. And I was like, I couldn't Google it because I was on the plane. And I was like, I forget how much I actually Google when I'm reading. Like something will be mentioned and I just go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that one. Me and you, Lexi, we were right there. I loved it.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see where everybody falls for the next few books that we have.
Yeah, I love Connie Mason. Her books are just unique, and I think that's why I like them.
And she uses like so many tropes. They're just so adventurous and like something always happening.
Yeah. Very telenovela-y.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's that on that. What are you guys reading right now? Oh, what's after Whitney, my love? Here, I'll tell you. I don't know off the top of my head.
Shelley Thacker? Is that the next one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Shelley Thacker, then Connie, and then the Julie Garwood.
There you go.
Julie better not let us down.
So true.
Falcon on the Wind by Shelley Thacker is the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Black Knight by Connie Mason. It has 2 what?
The Shelley Thacker one, it has 2 titles. So like if you swipe on that post, like there's, because it got changed and it has a new title. Yeah. And it's also like in KU, I think.
Oh, His Stolen Bride. Yeah, there are 2 titles.
It's part of that series we read before. That Jessica loved and Samantha and I thought was okay.
It was so good. So I'm very excited. She does action plot so well. So
we've thought about it. We've mentioned it before, like if we find a book like 2001 or something. But I feel like there's so much before 2000 that we still haven't read yet. So we haven't really come across this issue yet. But maybe.
And we read things that people recommend. So we like go in thinking they're not done.
Yeah, that's why sometimes we don't know the synopsis. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know the synopsis because we'll ask.
This Judith one was recommended so many times, like the Judith Ivory from today.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And some of you
It's a
liked it.
different
So
opinions. Yeah.
That's
There's
J.
always
Darwin
at least
that we
one
have,
person who says they like the book that we pick. At least one person likes it.
yeah.
I think 2010
We read
is a
Teresa
little
Medeiros.
too.
We do
Too
love
recent.
Teresa Medeiros, though.
Yeah, we do love her. We've read her already.
I mean, that's true. What Violet said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we're gonna get into books that read more contemporary than they do historical romance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes we just go off vibes, like the bathtub one.
Yeah,
The bathtub one?
a pretty step back one. The bathtub.
Bamboozled.
And then the Phantom of the Opera one, just because it was Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
That
I
was
love how
super
both of
unique,
those
though.
I feel like it was
that
fun.
Was that was time travel, right? That was like I
Yeah.
really remember that plot compared to like other books. So it's still
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. But
not
memorable. We
deliver.
always remember it.
Yep.
That is so
It's true. Oh,
no.
no.
I don't know what that is.
That sounds like a cozy something, but maybe it's not.
By Barbara Samuel. What is this? A medieval romance?
Ooh, this is really pretty.
Yeah, it looks like a medieval romance.
This one, super pretty. I haven't even heard of her.
Bed of Spices is not cozy.
Okay. It was giving me like fall cozy vibes from the spice.
Oh, that is a fun cover. 1993.
Interesting.
I mean, she flees to an herbalist cottage. That sounds cozy.
It sounds good.
Sure, her dad wants her to marry the man her twin sister loved.
Ooh. I'm seeing great reviews for this one.
Jewish and she's Catholic.
Can we like bookmark this for?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
Here. All right, we'll look at that one for sure.
Oh wait, is there any way to read it?
Oh, Lexi just said she's expensive on thrift books, so no. Oh, it's on KU and it's on KU.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Well, I type in Bed of Spices and spices show up.
Oh, it's the first one for me.
Oh yeah, it's KU.
Oh,
yeah. I mean the mass market's $50, but
this has a different cover.
Yeah. Yeah, the original mass market's expensive.
Yeah.
So maybe this is pretty rare when we can find one that's on KU.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
The print edition has become a cult favorite.
Oh.
We'll be the judge of that.
She also writes as Barbara O'Neill.
I feel like I've heard of that name.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That actually looks really good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the rec. Now we've gone down a little rabbit hole here.
No, I didn't know that it was an AI narrator. That's a whole other rabbit hole
Medeiros?
that we could get into.
No.
So we'll think about adding that one for towards the end of the year.
Yep.
Well, what is everyone reading right now? What are you guys liking?
In Omegaverse.
I'm not reading anything.
The pure joy I get that you're reading Omegaverse. I'm so happy for you.
What are you reading now?
So good. It's Hannah Cohen's new one that comes out soon. It's Hockey Omegaverse. And did you see that Pack for Autumn got picked up?
by Elena
Mhm.
Lee. I'm so excited. Well, Elena Lee, the author, I forget her name. Ivy,
Yeah,
did you
Amelia
say-
Emerson is the one, and then Peck for Autumn and Winter got picked up. Yeah, but also
Yeah.
because the next ones are coming out next year anyways, they're not being pushed back, which is nice.
Oh, that's
I
good.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that series.
Is that him and
but
Cohen's first Omega verse? Okay, cool.
So fun.
That's so funny. I literally just texted you today and told you to read another
Mhm.
book. And that was only the first.
I
I'm
need
like,
to
you
look at
opened up
that.
a whole new door.
Literally, Tori and I did a podcast episode on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, well, I've got like 6 Omegaverse out right now, and like 4 other ones are Why Choose, and it's just my
That's
life.
literally what my
Okay.
TBR looks like all the time. Fun.
Mm.
The Never King.
Mhm.
The Marquess Who Mustn't by Courtney Lalonde. One on a Wicked Dawn by Stephanie Lawrence. Okay, so a lot of historicals. That's fun.
Yeah. Mm.
Is that her new one?
One of her new ones. She has so many all the
She's
time.
been releasing a lot lately.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
I'm reading Himbo Hitman by Saxon James. It's a male romance. And he is a hitman, but he like is not a good one. He literally just needs the money, and he ends up like missing his mark and falling in love with like who he's supposed to kill.
Oh, that's fun.
It's really fun. But it's like hilarious. It's more of like a romantic comedy, if anything, but I love Saxon James.
Have you read that one before?
Which one?
The one you did, like the one you're reading. Is that a reread?
Himbo Hitman? No, it just came out like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen someone talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, ARCs went out like a couple weeks ago, so you might have seen like an ARC review.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Saxon James, their backlist is like huge. Like, I don't even know how many books that they have within their own universe, and then with what they co-write with Eden Finley.
I was gonna say I've read some of the Eden Finley ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no matter how many books I read, I always give her like 4 or 5 stars. I just really like her writing style. What are you reading, Christy? Or did you say?
I'm not reading anything right now. I just like called it for May being over, so I'm gonna like wait and start something tonight for June.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mhm. But May was so good.
Did you read Laura's? Because it's in Alaska, right? I was gonna start that tomorrow. Did you like it?
That's cute.
It's on Kate Read and Listen, so I'm doing the audio.
Yeah. It was cute. I feel like it's just missing some of her like usual charm and like I don't know. It was okay. Like I think I gave it 3.5 stars. Yeah. But it was fun enough.
Oh, another Omega verse that I'm reading that you would actually like, Jess. I think I'm like 70% in. It's called No Escape by Jillian West. The heroine is kidnapped. Oh, no, you do. She's great. The heroine is kidnapped and put into a facility of alphas that have gone feral. And like the government believes that they would be able to be sane if they had an Omega. So they take all of these Omegas and put them in this prison that the feral alphas are in. And all of the alphas are also like hitmen and like assassins. It's basically like mafia sort of. And all these mafiosos pay for these alphas to go there so that they can get like all of their hired men back. It's really good. It's Omegaverse and Poly. I think there's four heroes. 3 alphas, 1 beta. Yeah. It's really good. I'm going.
I don't think any of us have read that Penelope Williamson that they're talking about, but I mean, I have a ton of her covers. Her covers are stunning and her step backs, but we have not read her.
No, I don't think I have any of her books. Let me see. Does she write cowboy romances?
No, she's a like old school historical author. I think they said she has a Western, she has some medieval. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Western.
I think she mostly does medieval, but maybe not.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's a mixture.
The Outsider, which is a Western. Keeper of Dream is a medieval. Okay, yeah, so she did have a bunch of different time periods.
Yeah. Okay.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Awesome. So yeah, next month we'll be reading Whitney, My Love. And that's on whose channel is it on?
Christy's channel?
Christy's channel.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We'll pick a
So
date.
we'll have our date announced on our Instagram, and it will definitely be interesting. But that's it. Thanks, guys, for chatting with us. We'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.